Was I supposed to
there
pay
we
attention
go.
Oh.
Would it matter if you were supposed to have paid attention, Count Morbid? I mean,
yeah, you probably wouldn't have listened.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't listening when you told me I was supposed to pay attention.
If I don't pay attention to the rules, I don't know which ones I get to break.
Well, that's why we have that philosophy that says ignorance of the law is no excuse. So, anyway, welcome everybody to this Wednesday's episode of FAE News here on FAE Productions. I'm your host, Fairy Princess Lolly, and tonight I am here with Count Morbid, who is not listening to anything, probably even his own introduction. See, I am the Leprechaun.
What?
Famous Saint of the Boggin. And El Presidente Hammerhands, I guess. El Presidente. What? You know,
Vote me in 2021.
Besides, I wasn't trying to claim the defense of ignorance of the law. I'm saying if I don't know what the rules are, it's not as fun to break them accidentally as it is on purpose.
Oh, I see.
So you don't listen when someone tells you the rules. Is that how that works?
Well, no. I want to know what the rules are because breaking them on purpose is more fun than accidentally.
Oh, wait. And the late but not least, Sir Bumble, welcome. How are you?
Hello. I'm still getting set up.
Sir Bumble and
one moment, please.
Hat.
Hello. Yes, I know. I do love his hat. Okay.
Sir Bumble's tardy.
Whatever. We're all tardy. We're super tardy tonight. Well, I mean, I thought, okay, so first things first, before I get into anything that sounds like today, I guess. First things first, like, subscribe. Today we are jackhammering the bell. Guess which one of us came up with that suggestion? You know, like 5 points to the winner, right? Okay, and also today's sponsor. A shout out to today's sponsor, which is the Eclectics Marketplace, and they are your resource for all things Renaissance, medieval, fantasy, Celtic, and so much more. The Eclectics Marketplace is a free to use website that is of index listings for crafters, performers, service providers, guilds, and events. If on their webpage you can search for vendors for the products that you're looking for. You can do the same thing with entertainers, look, for events in your area. And if you are any of those things and you want to be on their website, you can basically just fill out their super simple application. And because of the pandemic, they waived their $30 fee for that, so it's free. And you can get a basic profile listing. So go check them out. Their information is there in the ticker and the low bar. They are Northwest people too. So yay, good people running that webpage over there. And it's a great resource. And I mean, it started at 0 in 2020 and they've well over 100 different listings on it at this point and growing rapidly. So it's a great place to go if you want to do the support handmade, you're looking for garb, do the thing there and let folks know. So, okay. And with that said, now, yay, we are officially here. You know what I think I didn't do today?
No, but I bet you'll tell us.
I'm about to tell you. I am pretty sure that I did not send today's vendor. I didn't send them the link to the show, so they have no way to get here right now.
Oh, no.
I have to fix that right now. Uh-oh.
I was going to ask if you forgot to jackhammer the bell.
I don't know, Count Morbid. That could be a trap.
I have 2 things to unbox, assuming...
I mean...
Well, you sent it.
I know, and I'm a fairy, and I'm just trying to say,
Yes.
It's just nice to see color next to his face.
I will happily
Okay.
unbox this if you wish.
I'm going to
embiggen
you
to unbox.
Here we go.
Well, first,
there you go. Let's see it.
I've got one thing first, which is from a friend with an Etsy store called Cozy Geek. And
oh, am I typing super loud in your guys' face? Over here. Oh, what? That's awesome.
Wow.
For all your plague needs. And let's see here. Oh, it smells of car inside. Okay. And then hopefully this is safe. Wait.
It's only 60% likely to be a trap.
The key is to be
Well-
really delicate with the paper so that you can save it for later.
Thank goodness you put your mask on first.
You got me a baby monitor? No, that checks out. Okay. Son of a...
Having a little trouble there,
Where's
bud.
my stabbing tool? I can just
He's losing the cardboard.
Yeah. Well, it's laminated
How did
cardboard, Ion.
Fit.
Oh my god. I hope this isn't delicate.
I really like this mask because it muffles the sound of Count Morbid's voice.
Ah, die!
Strangely, knowing what's in that box, I think it will go well with what he has on his face.
There's more color coming out of the box.
I don't even remember when I sent that.
Did you put confetti in there?
Oh my god, he would not be laughing if I had put confetti in there. He would be so
he
angry
finally
right now.
got his horns back.
Ooh, look at that.
It only took him 2 years.
Really
Hold
pulls the look
on.
together.
More
Hold on.
exposed bone, just what he needs.
Do not even comment on this because you know how that 2 years. Yeah, right. That's because I found them someplace buried in your quarters
That's
and
right.
I confiscated them and decided I was going to mail them back because you were supposed to return them to him and you forgot.
No,
And
I
then
didn't.
found
I
them
think
with,
the mail
we were
service
gonna meet
took
up
a
with them.
really long time.
Unfortunately, we got frozen into to the City of Roses.
Uh-huh.
They were with us.
A likely story.
I mean, it's a true story, so
Aw.
it makes sense to be likely.
Sir Bumble,
Oh,
you're
there's a
making me
note.
thirsty.
There's
What?
tiny
A note. There is a note.
Dear Ferry Penthouse, I never thought this would happen to me. Okay.
What?
Something Gunther's room, something cleaning. Yes, you included a picture of me in the to me so that I would know it was me.
I did because if you actually read
Oh,
what
and
the
it's
end
right,
of the
he's
letter
right.
says, it's relevant. I mean, what?
Read it.
I don't think it's relevant.
It is relevant.
I think you're making up stories again.
Well, that would be a first.
Which end?
Probably
You've heard
the
about
bottom
the-
end, not the top end.
IT?
I love it.
Oh
Come on.
my.
I can't read and talk at the same time.
Yes, you can if you read out loud. Read it out loud.
Oh,
Come on.
It's okay. It's safe to read out loud.
It's safe for work.
I mean,
ah. Okay.
oh man.
Also, my
when
lighting
you
is
put it,
terrible
it's
for
like
reading.
you're just keeping us in
Enclosed,
suspense on
you shall
purpose.
find your
Well, you know what it says. You wrote it.
I know.
Enclosed, greetings, my dearest Count Morbid. Enclosed, you will find a horned headband that I just think has been floating around Gunther's room, explains the smell, for some time now. In a frenzy of cleaning, it manifested itself, and I took the opportunity to box it up and send it to you. In the event that we do not see you at high tea, I wish you a peasant Beltane. I believe that means umbrella season upon you, all that sun you know, pinkies out, dream something, crown princess, lolly, blah, 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 very important, blah.
Just so you know,
Very important. Is that a title that I should add to my list of titles? Very important. Yes. And that
Just so
picture
you
of you,
know,
if you will look at that
VIS.
picture of you, your pinky is
VIS.
out in that
Or
picture.
very important princess.
Speaking of adding titles, I think Count Blah Blah Morbid. That
and speaking of which,
only blah, blah,
she
blah on
found
another
it
side.
after it manifested out of my underwear drawer in my room.
What?
Just so you know.
Well, thank goodness you only
What
put
now?
clean clothes in there.
Nice way to save the day on that one, famous Dana.
a day.
She did. You were trying.
I have
you were
my
trying to be.
flower apron on today.
I like it.
Flowers.
So, Count Morbid, where did you get this cool mask
This
that
was
you're
one
wearing?
of my maid friends,
A vendor?
but her business is called the Cozy Geek.
The Cozy Geek.
Mhm.
I like it.
Cozy.
And tell us about this. Tell us about this apron of yours, famous Dana. Now we've got you embiggened. You know, does you know that it right now it looks like that goat is on a spike that you've unkind. To say.
I believe in the cooking world that's called a spit.
A spit. He's roast goat.
Sheeple is decorating my magical mirror computational device here.
So it's like a mutton, lettuce, and tomato sandwich.
With the little orchids right here next to it. Yeah.
Are those real orchids?
Yeah. They actually have a planter thingy.
Oh wow. When they die, will you save them for me? Or their blossoms fall off? Yeah, save them.
Just sitting right there near the base.
Okay, apron. Tell us about this apron.
I started trying to make aprons last year to sell, and it's little awkward. This was the very first one I made with the flowery yellow colors.
I like it.
It has the little itty bitty pockets, which I don't know what I would actually put in there. Because, like I said, this was the very first one that I made.
A folded up recipe. I don't know. Tea packets. I'm trying to think of all the things that would fit in there now.
Maybe one egg. Like if I wore it out to the chicken coop or something, I could get one egg in each.
One egg. Well, if it was Flora the fairy, that is not enough space. Speaking of Flora, hey, there she is. See, look, it's like she and I were on the same exact wavelength. She needs an egg collecting apron. You know, it reminds me of this. What was this fairy's name? A long time ago, I met this fairy who had a skirt, like a big, foofy hoop broom skirt thing, and it had pockets all around it. The whole skirt was covered in pockets, and what she would do was she would spin around in a circle, like round and round and round she goes, and then she would stop, and little kids could reach in any one pocket they wanted, and whatever they took out was theirs to keep. And yeah, but I bet you could do a skirt like that with pockets everywhere for Flora.
I bet the pockets everywhere would be amazing. There's a severe lack of pockets in the current world.
In the current, I know. They don't make our kinds of clothes with pockets. We have to add pockets if we want them.
Yeah,
that's sad.
Sometimes you get cloaks.
Gunther and I are her pockets.
Yeah, I've actually had to have my clothes specially made to have pockets in them just so I can have pockets for her.
I added pockets to your clothes. I even added pockets to Fairy Princess Ollie's skirt for her.
There is still one pocket missing from my blue hoodie.
I disavow any knowledge of this missing pocket.
How do you lose a pocket?
So it was supposed to be sewed on, but we had to go to an event, and she didn't have time to fix it.
But that makes it still a pocket, right?
I have Uno pocket.
It's just not attached to the thing you thought it should be attached to, but it's still a pocket.
It is in the same container that the thread for your cloak is in. So I could finish your cloak if I could find the container that has your pocket in it.
I assert that if a pocket is ripped off and stolen, it merely becomes a handkerchief.
It's no longer a pocket.
I think you're just looking for a reason to blow your nose, man. That's just wrong.
What if the pocket is ripped off with both sides still intact?
Then it's still
are we
a pocket.
going to talk about Schrodinger's pocket? Because I'm not
Then it's a
liking this
pouch.
conversation.
A pouch.
Pouches, pockets, these are the same thing.
At which
And
point
what-
does a pocket
They
become
can
a
even include
handkerchief?
pitas in that.
Everybody has something to drink tonight but me. It's terrible. What do you call the other half of the pocket, right? So if you tear the pocket off and now it's a handkerchief, which is a very good assertion, what do you call the other half of the pocket?
A handle for your handkerchief.
Well, wouldn't it just be the clothing that's left behind? What do you mean?
I don't
I
know.
call it
Would
a
it
hole.
be a hole?
What if it
It
happens
would
to be
be
a
whatever
different
the
color
item
than
of
the...
clothing is.
Yeah, but what if it's a different color and therefore a distinctive part of that clothing?
Yeah, Gunther, do what Flora says. That's what I want. Chop chop.
I would have to see an
Wow.
example
Pretty
before I
please.
answered.
Sugar on top.
Oh, okay, fine. Hang on.
Don't forget the sugar on top.
I
By
want
the way, I'm
sugar
drinking a
period.
Bloody Morbid.
Are you really?
It's a vegetable.
Yes, liquefied vegetable, easy on the stomach, right?
It's tomato and potato. Yeah.
So let me get this
Potato
straight.
and
Does that
tomato
mean that
salad.
you are actually playing in the take a drink game this evening?
I
Of
don't
take-
get to because
What?
somebody
Take a
drank all my
drink?
food.
No.
Well, normally the audience plays a game where they take a drink every time I tell Count Morbid to shut up. Or every time I'm confused about something. So-
And sometimes they add a thing.
Sometimes
show.
it lasts longer than other times. So then my question is Count Morbid playing his own game tonight? Because I feel like he's kind of ahead, right? He's the one
I'll
that
be
makes me
drinking every time you're confused. So I'm just gonna be drinking throughout the night.
shut up. Let's see how this works.
Do you need a straw to go with
Thank
that
you.
amount of suck?
Mm. Wow. Okay. So
Hang on.
Yeah,
hang
if
on.
we're doing those rolls, I just need an IV. I just need an IV directly into the vein if it's every time she's confused.
I'm just saying that usually when she's confused and she says she's confused, you have a comment
Careful.
about it, and then she says, "Shut up, Count Morbid." So anytime this happens, you usually drink twice.
oh,
And I know. I was hammered because of it last time.
I call you guys my friends.
I was Gunther hammered. Not hammer hands, just hammered.
Gunther Hammer. Hey, so before, so it's almost because we got started late today. I have been in such a rush. All the invitations are out for Beltane. I'm really excited about that. I do want to say really quick, everybody out there, I'm going to share it so you guys can see very quickly here. The Cedar Wardrobe, who is a vendor who has been on both FAE News and Handmade Home Shopping a few times, she has a Kickstarter going, and basically it ends tonight, 5 hours to go. It says right here. Please go check out her Kickstarter. She wants to upgrade her business, is what she's basically trying to do, is get to that next stage. And if you guys would just go and check it out, she's got some really great, what do you call these, rewards? I wanted to say prizes, but they're not really prizes. Anyway, she's got some really great rewards. I will put a link for this here in the chat for everybody. Please, I don't know. She's been a really great supporter of the channel, so I like to throw some of that back her direction, right? And we'll go ahead. I'm going to put this down below. And she basically does garb, all kinds of handmade cool garb. So, and if that is a thing that you want, I highly consider take a look at the $100 reward level. You can get a bodice or a vest or something else, but I can't remember. A bodice, a vest, or your choice, made for you. So your colors, your size, your style. $100. That is a really good price. So.
$350.
No, not 350. 100. Did I not get this? I did not get this at all the destinations. Boop, boop, boop,
So
boop. There we
she
go.
changed her Facebook page?
Yes,
I got a
it's the
notification of that today.
Ravens something. The
Wing.
Raven's
Raven's
Wing. Okay, I'm gonna put that too. I saw that notification this morning too, actually. So I'll put that there. The Raven's Wing is the new name of her business. So I think she's going with the whole rebranding thing. Hey, thanks whoever gave us a thumbs up and like there on Facebook. I don't know which one of you guys that was, but yay, we love you too. You guys are awesome.
We
Okay.
like thumbs ups and likes.
Yeah. So yes, so all of the invitations are out. Oh, that's too big. They're all out for Beltane, which is this weekend. I'm super excited, and
I didn't get an invitation. Am I not invited?
You are. They all just went into the mail today. Ion dropped them off at the snail mail depot. So hopefully, Famous Dana, you'll get it before next week. Hopefully, you'll get it in plenty of time.
To me when I live in the same castle?
Maybe. And to Ion.
Well, maybe the owls will be really swift because I really am hoping I'm not going to get it next Monday. Because that would be a little bit late.
It better not take that long. You're not that far away. Holy smokes. I mean, maybe...
I'm sure the snails have already been dispatched.
And they're racing snails. They go super fast comparatively.
Are you like the one in the Never Ending Story? Is that the one you're talking about then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
What?
I see our vendor down there, so I'm going to bring them in, and I'm really,
Hey, look,
I'm really
they made
excited.
it.
There's like so many things. I was just so late that like I was super into all the work I was doing today, just from waking up at 7 this morning and starting to work, and then just all the way till now. I've just been hyper focused, and I've got a lot done, but that is why we're running a little bit behind. So, and I'm excited to announce the winner of the Fairy Rock contest. So I'm going to bring in tonight's vendor, however. Hello.
Hi there.
Hello.
How are
Hello.
you?
Hi, everybody.
Let's see. Let's get this organized the way I want it to be. Like this. Yay! Well, welcome back to the show, this time for the long form interview.
Yes, very excited to be here. Thank you so much for having us on the show.
You
guys got off to quite a fun start. We've been laughing our heads off. With you.
Oh man, I feel like it's a tame night too.
Okay.
Are you playing the drinking game? Because that's
We're just getting warmed up for ourselves. So.
Yeah, because you guys are 9 hours ahead of us. So
No, 3.
3. I thought where are you?
Toronto, Canada.
Canada. Okay.
North
I was thinking you were all the way across the pond for some reason. Whoo.
No.
That'd be a little
We'd love
early
to
for
be.
wine.
Right. Wouldn't we all?
This is where we tell the princess that Canada is in fact on this continent.
You know what? I hate you, Count Morbid.
And slightly to the left.
Actually, and if I stand on my front porch, I can see it from here.
Yeah, totally. Actually, hi. There you are.
Oh man. Okay, well please, if you will, introduce yourself to our audience and tell us a little bit about who you guys are and what you make.
Sure. Hi, so I'm Linda, your resident Norse and Green Witch, and Ben is our resident Druid. We started out my ritual with a goal and a number of levels just for things that we had uncovered ourselves as being witches, druids, shamans, and crossing many pagan paths that it was really hard. I was on the quest for a Freya statue because she's always been my patron goddess. And everything I was finding was like huge, big brass. And I wasn't happy with the selection I was finding. And we felt that there was such an opportunity to make magic, to make the ancient gods and goddesses more accessible, more environmentally friendly. There's Freya. There's ultimately who Freya ended up looking like.
Very fae-spirited Freya.
Yes.
Indeed.
She's one of my favorites.
Nice. So, wanting to make it more accessible and also to make it more environmentally friendly, and getting away from some of the chemical processes of resin and things like that. And we just really wanted to unleash these gods and goddesses and make them beautiful too. So it's a mission of ours, and we launched on Etsy in the end of June in 2020. And it's just been an incredibly rewarding experience. Our original goal, like we started out with these triple goddess altars, which Ben will show you some of that work, or maybe you want to flash one of them now. And
Here's our fairy star triple goddess.
Oh, I love that. Do you have a piece of paper you can
Oh,
also
yeah.
maybe to hold up behind it?
So yeah, our goal was really to try and introduce a whole bunch of the pantheons, but at the same time, we needed to also get to know these gods and goddesses and be able to tell their stories. So that was originally where we started, but things have really evolved in a really interesting way as we get more into creating ritual material and helping people celebrate the Sabbats. So I've been developing, I think last time we were on the show, I was showing you some of the natural incense I've created. Some of the candles we're working on, I'll show you some of the new ones tonight, and bath salts and things like that to create a whole ritual along with an altar piece and a god or a goddess. And the part about making it more environmentally friendly is we went, Ben already had 3D printers and already had expertise in that area. So what a wonderful way to bring all of these gods and goddesses to life in a more environmentally friendly process using, polylactic acid, which is biodegradable over time. It doesn't have the chemical processes involved. There's very little waste, which is really nice. It made us feel good about bringing it out in the planet. And then part of the accessibility is, this is an example. This is the Venus of Willendorf, which is this is a museum replica model of her. She's from about 27 million years ago, and there was a number of different there's a number of different goddess figures from that time. And what's really interesting about them is they're handheld, and there is something, and they were found all over parts of Europe and Mediterranean and Mesopotamia, and all these female figure goddesses that were handheld. And a lot of
by handheld, can I?
Yeah, so you would think of many altars today have resin or metal or clay or plaster statues that are probably weigh about 8 to 10 pounds, and they sit stationary. And our goddesses weigh about 10 grams, and you can hold them in your hand, take them with you, put them in your pocket, toss them in your briefcase.
Isn't that Venus?
Yeah, this is our original. This is the original kind of Wiccan spiral goddess. This is kind of what started it all for us from a goddess perspective.
Yeah, she's a sort of atypical figure that's quite common, that came about 20 years ago, and it's about an adaptation that we created of her. So she's extremely popular, and
our most popular,
many sizes and shapes and colors.
So it's a handheld goddess, or they used to have the handheld goddess. So it's basically sort of like an ancient iPhone for prayer.
Yeah,
an ancient iPhone for prayer.
Exactly.
Sort of like
it's for all your idolatry.
Yeah, it's a way of maintaining a connection to the earth and a connection to nature. I think one of the other interesting things about these goddesses is that they were all about, the connection to the earth and the land and the seasons and the kind of time of the year. And it wasn't, we're not talking about a god or goddess that is exalted or on high or, kind of written into history in order to be separate from us. These are meant to be part of our lives and part of our everyday life, and they're symbolic of the earth that we share with each other.
And the only little piece I'll say about that is we know there are a lot of, unfortunately, witches who are in the closet, and they're hiding that practice from families who might not like it or whatever. And most people actually, it's very common to have a shoebox size altar. So we wanted to create gods and goddesses that would suit that experience as well and make sure it's accessible for everybody.
That's really thoughtful.
Yeah.
About how many colors can you do?
So we've been playing a lot with that. So there's kind of 3 areas of kind of evolution of the design. So over the course of since we started in June last year, we've produced just under 2,000 pieces. We've sold 1,111 of them as of today. So
Wow.
we're 1111ers. So that was an epic moment for us to cross 1111. And we actually sent our 1111th customer $11.11 and gave her a free goddess.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So what we found, and this is a good example here. So we really started with this goddess in black and white and blue. And now we print the goddesses in about 11 different colors. And it really depends on each PLA, depending on how the color is added. Like with copper, this is real copper that's been added to the PLA, or in the case of bronzing, there is metal, and we have some wood-based filaments, etc. Each filament or each color has a different strength or a different heat point and a different kind of capacity for how strong it is as it becomes taller and taller. So what we've been playing with from a design perspective is what colors work really well right off the printer, right? In terms of like these this is exactly what we get from the printer. There's no waste, no additional byproduct, etc. And that's the exact color of the filament. So we have about probably 12 now that we've settled on for doing it that way. And I'm going to clear this for a second. As we continue to play with color, what we do is we start with a base print, and then most of our stuff is then hand painted. So here we're playing around with the different
Gunther, this one's
blue.
for you.
So this is Freya's shield, and that's her two cats, Buggy and Fraggy. And it's the Vegvasir in the center of the shield. It's still a triple goddess, the standard Wiccan triple goddess symbol. That's Freya's shield. So that's one example of a blue. And then we have a different.
On. Freya's cats have names sort of like Hunan and.
Yeah, they all actually have names. I've actually told you their names before.
What? No, I didn't even know that. Now I want to know what Freya's cat.
Those goats' names.
What?
Freckle.
Yes. That's my people. I've been telling you this.
Like people. So and another.
Are those printed or did you paint like different?
So they're printed in the blue, and then they're each hand painted. So the silver and the black, and all of that is added after the fact.
Oh gosh.
So the blue is the underlying color. So here's Odin's Vegvasir. Here it's printed in blue, but there's hardly any blue left. It's all been black and bronze. After it's
that's Munin, see?
Hugin and Moonin.
That one's yours.
Yeah. So we've also, the other thing we've had fun playing with is we've gotten bigger printers now because we're getting better at it. So we've started playing with size.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Right? So getting the bigger, because a lot of people wanted to hang them on the wall. So this is not so much for handheld, be for a larger altar or, to actually hang on your wall or your door perhaps.
You know one of the things I like about that is that they almost look like with a large enough, with a stamp pad, you could use those if you just turned it over and you could make a seal with it,
Yeah.
Put it on fabric, put it on, some good, mulberry paper is the word I was looking for because it's kind of puffy. So what have we here?
This is
it's a fairy door.
Yeah, so it's a fairy door with our dark fairy, or sometimes we call her the naughty fairy. She's a little bit naughty. She's we'll just leave it at that. One. Up to you how you want to play with naughty fairies. Bear in mind, it is the FAE, so anything can happen. What happened here, though, is interesting. So we started making things that went together, right? So a fairy and a fairy door, and it's a simple and obvious choice, right, to kind of do that. And this kind of started to evolve our design a bit further. And so I'm going to show you some other examples. Oh, yeah. So again, playing with size. And this was a custom order.
Mm.
Somebody has some big fairies.
Somebody's got big fairies out there.
It's almost dome-sized.
This was a vision that this person had with a fairy door to have a crescent moon at the top of the door. So we modified and re-sculpted the top of the door to have a crescent moon. Again, this is printed in just black, and then it's all hand painted.
Ooh.
I like it.
Very nice.
So the whole putting of things together kind of led us to one of our latest designs. So this is two Wiccan or pagan symbols combined together. The triple goddess, which is the waxing, full, and waning moons, and the spiral goddess kind of joined together. And here's another example of where we're using just the 3D printers to generate the colors. So two different greens here. And I'm going to show you some other ones. So here's a flat blue, but with a shiny white goddess.
Yeah, kind of an opalescent looking.
Yeah. She's quite. That's quite lovely. It's called silk white. It's a bit tricky to print with, but it works. And here's one with two blues, so similar to the green, but doing it again with two different blues. So what these here, instead of laying down, are meant to stand up. So these will freestand basically.
Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then I'll let Linda show you. So then what we figured out with this is quite interesting. Is if you lay it down like this, you could actually put a candle in it. So I'm going to let Linda show you how that evolves.
Yeah, so that's our next evolution is using that vase. And then I've been working with a bunch of, I really want to bring some art into candles and some different scents, but without adding toxic, flammable things that are go crackly. So I'm trying to do wax melts.
Those are cute.
So the base is Lang Lang, and then these are orange melts. So then you just use the lid.
Oh, yum.
So you kind of burst into it, and then you've got this kind of set here.
Nice. And it comes in that little tin, so it's perfect for travel, too.
Yeah, exactly.
You just close it up, and off you go, and, you know, it comes in its own little Bernie container.
We've done another evolution. This is really fun to do because this is one of our altars. It's Brigade's Cross.
For Imbolc.
And so it's got the 4 elements. Well, we took the 4 elements that Ben designed and actually made them into candle mold elements. So this is not the best one. I just finished this one yesterday. I'm still working on it. But yeah, trying to bring our own items now into molds, which will be really fun to do.
Now, what's the burn time approximately on these candles?
These are good for about 8 hours. Yeah,
8 hours.
2 good 4-hour burns out of this size. But I'm trying to do a whole, this one is intended to be, we'll have 4 candles for each of the moon phases.
Okay.
And then you can, you know, bring it in with each moon celebration. You do the different candle that represents that particular moon phase. So we're hoping to launch those in a couple of weeks. And then another version is to do, Ben again took, we found this wonderful local supplier in Alberta. And they make these in, what are they called?
This is a cast iron votive holder that's got a little bit of a lip on it. So we matched the cast iron finish with kind of stainless steel on the 3D print, and then these two fit perfectly together like that. And now you can actually use 3D printing as a hot candle holder.
Can I ask a question about, so that's actually iron?
Yeah.
Yes.
And so when these get hot because they've been burning for some time, how does it affect the triple moon there, the holder?
So we have a glass point of 170 Celsius. So it has to get really hot for it to begin to change shape. And what we do for the ones that are candle holders is we use what's called a poly-light PLA, and it's actually it's food safe, first of all. So if you do heat it up by accident and it burns, it's not going to produce a toxic fume. But more importantly, it's got a much it holds its shape even under higher heat. So we've noticed them get a little bit warm. So we've done quite a bit of testing on this because we're quite concerned about, you know, what's going to happen when people burn these or if they're left unintended or whatever. We've had no issue, no shape change, no warping, some warmth in it. But like I said, maybe we're seeing 80 to 90 degrees maximum warmth in the PLA, and that's only half of its glass point. So it's not going to shift at all. And the finish that we put on for the candle holders will help hold that up a bit as well. So the other cool thing is we can take 3D printing like we showed with the candle molds, and we can turn 3D printing into a reverse silicone mold or use silicone molding and then generate.
Here's my new little favorite project. It's a cauldron candle.
It's adorable. It's all
That's
painted with
brilliant.
fire at the bottom.
Exactly, yeah, super fun.
And because I didn't want to mix, like this is pure beeswax candle with scent in it, but we didn't want to burn the paint. So it's on the base and on the front that never burns anyway. So you still get the decorative approach without having any toxic chemicals. So. Yeah.
So, and then the last thing I want to talk about, so over the course of the past year, we've got more and more custom orders. People contact us to share something they've seen in a dream or some element of Persephone that they like, or an element of a specific goddess that they want, or something that we already have that they want, applied or done in a different way. So custom orders have been kind of driving a lot of our behavior. So here's a perfect example. This has to ship tomorrow. It should have shipped today, but we kept it for tonight. Okay, so holding the paper. So our customer bought the Vegvisir, the Odin's Vegvisir, and they're getting engaged. So this is a secret. And so we made this is the original Hecate chest, which is the oldest known Viking chest that was found. We added our Vegvisir on the top. And then inside, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's a crow that holds the ring.
Yeah.
The ring.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
It is very, very cool.
So that's
romantic.
Beautiful. It's so romantic.
It
You have
is.
an amazing chest.
So,
Your
and then we
chest
had
is
another
amazing.
customer. Sorry, question?
Sorry.
Oh, Count Morbid was saying something was amazing.
Yeah, I was saying your chest is amazing.
Yeah.
Man, you're full of compliments.
I mean, speaking of naughty fairies, I guess.
That's right. Speaking of naughty fairies, another little magic shop that's here in Ontario. She had a vision for taking the goddess and combining the goddess with the world, and kind of cutting it in half and creating these offering bowls.
Oh, I love that
That's
so
very cool
much.
too,
So
yeah.
she kind of sent us a drawing or a picture of what she had in mind, and then we created this.
That
And then
is
the
so
inside is
cool.
done with a stone texture, actually, in this case.
It kind of reminds me of the inside of an egg. I
Yeah,
knew as
and
soon
there's
as you said the words goddess and the world together that whatever you were about to hold up, I was going to love. And I think it's just so cool that it kind of came to her in some form of, vision or dream or meditation or.
Customers are amazing. We get incredible requests like that.
I-
Do we have a Faery bowl
think
or an oat bowl? Another customer that
It also,
contacted us.
kind of looks like
Wait.
a figurehead. Oh.
Yeah, it does a bit, doesn't it? Yeah.
Mhm.
Another
like a
customer.
figurehead of a ship.
Right, like the front of a ship.
Yes, like the prow. Is
Yeah.
that what it's
Ah,
Yeah, like the proud boat.
interesting. It'd be interesting to think of our Freya on the front of a Viking ship. We could maybe make a wall-mounted Viking ship
Like-
tip with a Freya. That
Yes.
taking an idea.
Oh, that would be amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a customer contacted us with just beginning her practice as a kind of Norse pagan, and we made up a custom Freya kit for her and sent it to her. And then 2 days later, after she got the kit and had set it up, she had this dream of having these offering bowls, and she penciled up the drawing, and we created them for her, and now they're actually products. So it's Freya's cats again in an offering bowl with the Vegvisir, and it's got the Futhark runes all around the outside. And we do it in the same thing again for Odin with the crows.
Uh-huh. I like it.
And these
That's when you're-
very quickly became one of our top items.
Oh, it's crazy.
When you're giving offerings to see that people come home safely, that seems
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Yep.
And this is one for Hecate with the triple goddess. So our Hecate
Nice.
statues typically back to back. And what we did here is we took the three parts of our Hecate and kind of took her apart and made
Yeah.
her facing into the center over top of the Hecate wheel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, here's one of, this is our Hecate.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So
They
Oh,
she-
I like the look of that.
maiden, mother, and crone.
Yeah, exactly. So this whole idea of kind of taking things and putting them all together has led to the last evolution we want to share with you. And I think we had just kind of come up with it the last time we were chatting. So just combining the work that I've done in kind of miniatures and modeling and stuff like that with what we were doing in 3D printing, we started to take some of our goddesses. So here's Persephone. We'll still keep this. Yeah. Here's Persephone, and our Persephone is shown rising up from Hades. A lot of people had wanted to Persephone that showed the relationship to Hades, and it wasn't available as a statue. So there's kind of a combination of fire and pomegranates and flowers down below. And so what we did is we took this idea and brought it to life.
See, I'm pretty sure that Count Morbid gave me a pomegranate once for my birthday, an exploding pomegranate, in a great effort to get rid of me for half of the year.
Nice.
I remember that differently.
I wish you do.
So did you paint that, or is that all different colors?
It's sculpted and painted, basically, and then assembled. So it's done with a bunch of different parts.
And she's all flowering like in spring.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, exactly. So
man.
she's rising up from Hades, and the flowers and trees are kind of bursting into bloom around her, which is like telling the story rather than it just being a figure in an altar or a statue. So we took that idea and we did it for Pan. So Pan, I think everybody knows probably who Pan is. So this is our Pan.
Okay, so like that. Do you have any of Cernunnos as well, by any chance?
Yes.
Oh man, I love your
So
pant.
Cernunnos and Caradwyn that's my lord and lady.
Like I'm like, show me the Lord of the Forest and the Pan. I like it.
So we haven't done him yet in Magical Worlds. He's coming. So we have Cernunnos seated. This is the Cernunnos from the original Gundestrap Cauldron, right? Which
I
is
like him.
The most oldest kind of rendition of Cernunnos or the horn god that we know of. And then we took him and brought him to life.
Oh, look at that. Oh, I like it.
One, but close.
Yeah. So he's also quite popular. So he will be the next Magical Worlds. And I wanted to share Caradwyn.
I feel like we're doing miniature painting for we get together on the first Thursday of each month and we do a little craft session. Our next one is miniature painting. And now I feel like, man, I should have just got one of these and that should have been my thing I was going to paint.
We get people who do that too. We actually had a custom order for just let me sidebar for a sec. We had a custom order. This is the Egyptian goddess Anput.
Yeah, okay.
And we made her kind of raw and sent her to the customer, and she hand painted in all the gold and stuff. So this is just a raw, kind of not really painted yet model, just the base coat on.
That raw was the other guy.
So I wanted to show you our
Son.
Yes.
Yes.
I heard raw is that aspect as well at first until the context was actually explained of, then someone else painted it. So we sent it to the customer. Raw means unadorned, not sun god Ra. Okay.
W or no W. Yeah.
That is the question.
So we showed you our Lord, and then his is our lady. This is Caradwyn, our Caradwyn. So also in her druid robe there on the in silver, and if you can see on the front, she has the cauldron of Awin.
Oh yeah, okay. And it also looks like you could put little offerings in there or something.
Yeah, so that she's designed for that. Yeah, that's what she's designed for.
Yeah.
Either crystal or offerings to Caradwyn can be added there. Mm-hmm. So the last magical world I'll show you, it kind of brings together the original spiral goddesses, the offering bowls, the whole kind of thing we're doing with magical worlds. So we made 4 elemental goddesses.
What? I love that. With
so
crystal quartz up there and
yeah. So it's an offering bowl, and so you have earth, air, fire,
awesome,
and water.
How much does that go for?
200.
That is so cool. Do you guys do layaways or payment programs?
Absolutely. Yeah. So we may have taken that part out of our announcement, but we said we understand everybody is having a different time, or we're open to anything. If you want one of our goddesses and can't afford it, you can contact us and we'll work something out with you. If you want us to hold something for you and make partial payments on it, we're open to doing that as well. We also do trade and barter. So with other artists and things, if that makes sense, or even could be for services rendered or whatever. And we're completely open to that. Even if you know somebody who's having a tough time or going through something and you need to send them some love and light and magic, this is a labor of love for us, not an enterprise. So you ask away. we are here to help and spread the magic and love.
What is the
Yeah.
best way for people to contact you if they want a custom thing?
Like, I
Yes,
can-
that
I
is
can afford
literally the
third to
question.
win
I put
this-
that
this
into
year.
the.
Yeah, so the best way is through our Etsy shop, so myritualmagic.etsy.com, or you can get us on Instagram or Facebook as well. But the
Etsy
nice thing
below.
about doing through Etsy is you get the protection of Etsy, and there's a whole
Mhm.
process in Etsy for preparing the custom order, managing the shipping, the timing, and then the way it works with us for the custom orders, you contact us, we'll do some sketches and ideas up, often in 3D, depending on the project. Sometimes it's pencil and sometimes it's 3D, and then we'll share that out. And once we've come to an agreement, then we actually keep you updated pretty much every day throughout the process, sending pictures of what we're doing, how we're
Nice.
making it, all that. So it's kind of fun part of the process for us to share, and it also ensures that we're getting the kind of right feedback on the way, and kind of keeping an open dialogue. And I think people really like that versus the, just kind of dark silence while you're waiting to see what happens.
I'm sure people like that. I probably should be better about that myself with my own.
It's kind of fun to do it that way, like sharing and documenting it means if I go back on a custom project in the message thread, I can see the evolution of that design and kind of where that went and potentially where I ran into hiccups, or even be inspired to take things in a different direction. So because every part of the step can be a new discovery.
That is most true. Well, this has been absolutely awesome. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to bring us all back together here. And Flora kept popping in and out here. I don't know if her internet's being weird again, but
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Apparently
Thank
she
you guys
is
so much
cursing
for
internet gremlins.
coming
Yes,
onto the
she is
show.
cursing as we speak.
Yeah, coming onto the show tonight. And I know that there is an item. One of these items here is the giveaway item. Is that correct?
It is the fairy
door
and the naughty
the
fairy.
naughty fairy. Oh, and we even picked a special naughty fairy who has a little crescent moon on
It's
her.
both of them?
Yeah, you get both.
Well, haha, Count Morbid, you
Awesome.
can't enter.
And by the way, they're safe outside, so we have them set into our trees and our kind of grove and stuff. We probably have about 10 of these outside, and by year 2, they look amazing.
Yeah, they age really
They
well.
age really well, and they look beautiful.
That
Oh my goodness.
is so generous
Awesome.
of you guys. Wow. So, little naughty fairy and a fairy door is this week's giveaway prize. So, this brings us to that little fun part of the show, you guys, where we get to pick what the magic word for this week is going to be for entering. So, what do you guys think? Any suggestions, audience? You guys are all welcome to give us some suggestions for what you think this week's magic word should be. Come on, shake those brain hamsters loose.
A goddess.
Portal.
Wait, what? Portal, goddess.
Portal.
Okay, I'm gonna put them into the chat as you guys say them. That way we don't forget. Naughty fairy. Let's see.
Yeah, we'll give her a little magical world to be in.
Handheld.
Goddess. Oh, Venus.
Nice chest.
Maybe just chest.
Small but lovely.
I thought that came to me as handheld.
Right?
Oh
It's
man,
very well-
Just not handheld chest, okay?
I am cracking up the suggestion of chest because I feel like it's sort of an inside joke, right? That only people who were here with us tonight will get it. For everybody else, it will just be a completely innocuous word that is like, why is that the word? Whatever, who knows? But for us who know, it'll be hilarious when everybody goes and types it in to enter for the drawing. Oh my gosh, I didn't even do a drawing for this last week. What? I'm so, oh my gosh, my
You
brain is so
skipped right to the good
discombobulated.
stuff.
Let's see, triple.
We noticed.
I don't know. So we've got a couple of people out there that are given the giving the rah 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 for a naughty fairy. Naughty fairy should be the should be the word. Raw. Yes. I guess
That is her file. That is her file name, just so you know.
That's her file name is
Yeah,
Naughty.
her file name is Naughty Fairy, but we sell her as Dark Fairy. But she's definitely naughtyfairy.stl.
Very slow, Jason,
I'm
we
not
should
sure
point
if
out.
this was a commenter's intent or not. I'm not sure if this was a commenter's intent, but drink.
Drink. Wait, what? Why are we drinking? I'm not confused.
Yeah.
No. As a word, as a code word. As the
Now
rapper
I'm
word, drink.
confused, and so I guess if you drank right now, you're covered. Okay, I like Naughty Fairy, and so that is what we're gonna go with, since that's her name and everything. Naughty Fairy is this week's magic word for you guys who have never done this with us before. I shall recap how this works, and after the show, not on Facebook, not on Twitch, on YouTube only, please go to this episode of the show, and in the comments section, just write the word Naughty Fairy. That will give you one entry into a drawing for the Naughty Fairy and the Fairy Door next week. And if you would like to get your maximum potential entries, which are 3, you can join the YouTube channel at any time. You can just hit that join button if you're looking at watching us from YouTube right now. Join the YouTube channel and or join the Patreon channel, and each of those will give you one separate entry, so you can have a total of 3. So those are the ways to do that. And with all of that said, I think that brings us kind of, you guys have been wonderful to have on the show. And I love how you just had the whole thing like laid out and brought it around full circle, man. That was great.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for having us. It was just our pleasure. Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Well,
Yep, your stuff is awesome.
Yes.
Beautiful work.
Yes, please please
Thank
enjoy
you,
the rest
thank you
of
for
your
joining
evening.
us from the faraway shore of Canada.
Okay, we're going now. Back to the internet.
9-hour time difference.
Shut up, Count Mormon. All right. You're fired.
Awesome.
Man.
We out.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night. Goodbye.
All right. Hey,
Do you want-
here we are. What?
Do you want to do the drawing for the last week now?
Yes, yes, I do. I was like, what am I forgetting right here that normally goes right here in the show? Something goes right here. I know what it is.
Laura?
I'm sure. No, not Flora. That's not what I meant. What are you talking about?
I went to go to their Etsy to fave their
Etsy store is great.
I already had it favorited.
You already probably from the last time you saw them here.
Probably.
Oh man. Yes, I would suggest though their information is in the low bar, you guys, so you can find them. But before, during, and after. And now I am going to pull up Yon Wheel of Win. So the prize for this week was this, which was the magic word was cash, because it's a cash book. Like has a secret hidden compartment on the inside, upcycled book closes, and it also has paper pouches to like stuff your character sheet and whatnot in there if you have something to that effect. So let me get to that place where the wheel is. Oh gosh,
Wheel of Win.
I know. Spin, spin, spin. Is this tonight's show? We are on the 28th. Okay. I'm like, I don't even know what's happening.
Yeah,
right now.
today.
Like, are we on today? I don't know what's going on. I'm so
No, we're not on for
Okay,
another
time
2
to drink.
hours.
Okay, Princess Ollie's.
We're all just early.
Yeah,
We're in a dress rehearsal.
For once.
Sounds like something you'd say while
For
tripping,
once.
really.
I'll be honest. Count Mormon kind of nailed it at the beginning of the show, where he was like, "So basically, I'm just gonna be drinking for the next hour and a half because I'm just perpetually confused." So
You actually caused the rest of us to be perpetually confused by losing the format of your own show.
what? You know, it's not always like that. It's not always like that. Today is just extra.
Very confusing. I
Extra.
know.
Let's see. So I'm just getting everybody's name on here from last week. See, I thought I was ahead of my game. I super thought I was ahead of my game today, and I got so wrapped up in I was doing a really cool saying for somebody who did not already have their fairy name picked out, and so they asked me to pick their fairy name for them and surprise them with it at Beltane this weekend. And so I decided to basically do a card pull for them with a bunch of my different fairy cards. And I just got super no, don't be a jerk. I just got super into it. So
Ooh, it's a new line for Count Morbid. Don't be a jerk.
That's not new.
Yeah, that's not new.
Okay, it's a new drinking phrase.
You can't go
Barry
a week without
McFairy
telling
face.
me not to be a jerk. So,
Barry McFairy face.
I'm gonna rename you Count Morbid if you don't stop it. Just
That
saying.
reminds me, I'm gonna have to shave before this weekend.
Would that be an
What? How did one of those things remind you of the other one?
I was just going to express how I was thankful that dinosaurs got named back when people were really into Latin and Greek, rather than now when they might be named something like Horny McStab Face. Or
I don't understand what's wrong with that, though. That's great.
you, that's often what the Latin translates out to anyway.
Horny McStab Face.
Yeah.
Small arms, big teeth.
Yeah.
Oh my God! What?
I don't think we've thought this through. By the way, would you call that an insane?
It depends, I suppose. All right. Here is our wheel. Do I even have this pulled up on the screen right now? No, I don't. Of course I don't. So let me grab my little Chrome tab to share with you guys. That is not it. Here we go. All right. So and also for the Fairy Princess Lollipop. That was it. The book and the lollipop. That was this week's giveaway. And so
Lollipop,
yeah.
lolly.
Cassandra Manglos, you are the winner. Congratulations. Ooh, so close, Leslie. So close. Yes. Huzzah, huzzah. A round of applause. Like a round of
Congratulations.
feel, like yes. Oh man. Okay. Whew.
Oh, we got Flora again.
That is, in fact, a very magic word right there. I'm telling you. What a dagda. I bet they could make a dagda if you wanted one. I just saw this. I just now saw this. Otherwise, I would have put it up on the screen while they were here. But I bet that they could do
I just read that the first time and I thought it said, what about a Dagobah?
Dagobah.
I felt really bad afterwards, just saying.
Pretty sure that's not what it was. Okay, so you guys, the other thing that I was really excited to announce was the winner of our... Oh, hi, Flora. You're down there again. Hi.
Welcome back.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say.
forgot to clap.
I don't know.
Please clap.
Whenever Flora's internet dies, we need to clap and bring her back.
Yeah.
That's the frailty, man.
That's it. That's what we're gonna do.
It's the naughty fairy
now.
internet
Clap
lines.
if you believe in high-speed internet. Clap if you believe in DSL.
Oh man.
I
Is
believe
she on
in
a cell phone
DSL.
hotspot or something? What is this?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know what those words are that you just used.
Clap if you believe in modems. Okay.
I'm pretty sure you know what a hotspot is. It's the
Well, when a
opposite
woman
of cold
reaches a
spot.
certain age. Wait, no.
Well, it depends on how you're using those terms. So it could mean different things, is all I'm trying to say.
It's like a hot box, but completely different.
Wait a minute. A hot box? What's a hot box?
Something that will confuse you.
Don't. Okay.
Is it
She knows what it is. She'll be shocked when you say it.
Well, no,
That's not what it
it's legal in Washington or in Oregon is the important thing. At least
You take
Oh,
some
what I know
marijuana
about it.
that is never
in the
mind.
vehicle.
Never mind. I know what that. Yeah, I know what that is. Okay, it shows you how often I engage, I guess. Since I'm like, I don't know what that is. Holy smokes! Long time ago since I ever heard that word.
Yes. Holy smokes. Yes.
Holy
that is correct.
smokes.
You guessed it. You are correct.
It's warmer,
absolutely correct.
warmer.
Holy smokes.
Couple has pointed out that she needs to switch her modem from yo-yo mode to constant. Well,
Get your internet out, or get your modem off of you. Okay. Whew, okay, so this last month, we had a contest, a fairy rock painting contest, because that was our craft thing at the beginning of the month. So first Thursday, and we got together, we painted fairy rocks, and then we had a fairy rock contest for painting them and putting them out there and doing the hashtag FAEpro. And the prize for this contest this month is dross, because starting on May 1st, we are having an auction for a free hotel room at Fairyblossom Festival this year, and it is a dross-only auction. So that is the way that you can try to bid the highest and win this room. So if you are planning to go, it potentially has great value, hundreds of dollars worth of value even. So I just want to share with you guys a little bit here let's see, some of the fairy rocks that were out there. My favorite one was the mushroom in the mushroom section, I think. I liked the avocado ones a lot as well. Where is here we go. So
You're an avocado.
What? Your face is an avocado.
Here we go.
Wow.
Here we go.
I will
Okay.
avocado your couch.
Well, I don't have anything to say to that. So I guess
Saying you don't have a
sorry.
comeback is not a comeback.
I'm sorry, I don't have a comeback. I don't have a comeback. I'm sorry.
If you don't have a comeback, you're supposed to go away.
I just don't even understand what that sentence means. You'll avocado my couch. What does that mean? That doesn't mean anything.
You don't have enough avocado.
Don't call it a comeback. Mama said knock you out.
Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. Wait.
I really don't know what you guys are talking about. These are some of the cool rocks, you guys. So I'm sharing them with you. Dag nabbit. Oh, man. Okay. So I'm just going to click through so you guys can see some of these very cool rocks that our people did. So there's a lot of magical rocks out there in the world now. I just want you all to know you guys went above and beyond. If we thought that the fairy tag contest was a thing, not compared to this. So there are so many. Ooh, that was a pretty one. Ooh, Flora,
When you
that one
close
was
that
you.
window, you'll be getting your rocks off.
Ah,
You know what? I'm having a hard time dealing with you tonight,
geez.
Count Morbid.
Yeah, I think Drake. I
Thank
think
you,
when Count Morbid makes a groaner like Ion, we gotta drink.
Maybe he's
you're taking me for
stoned.
granted. You're taking me for granted again.
Oh, Morbid's just a pebble in her shoe.
Okay.
I might cut all of you.
I might give you a
Sometimes when
hand
Lolly
as you
is
hammer
talking-
them.
Sometimes when Lolly is talking, I just try to igneous her.
Oh my
Gunter,
god. What?
are you a rock or are you an island?
She's a rock
I'm
troll.
about ready to
It's
be a
no,
hard
it's a
place.
Paul Simon's. I am a rock. I am an island. See, this is hilarious. Like the mushroom rock in the mushroom
I
section.
don't like it.
I love it so much. Also, those look like delicious portobellos. They're on the side, and I kind of want one now. Okay, so I counted up. So everybody, you were supposed to tag your rocks with the hashtag FAEpro. I counted there are 3 winners because there's literally so much dross that I was able to divide it up and into first, second, and third prize. So I'm going to start with third prize. Hey, Flora, I see you down there again. Okay, here we go.
I like Cobble's comment a lot.
You guys were making him sentimental.
Wish I had thought of that one.
Well, that's kind of a Shalo comment, don't you think?
I don't know if I want to be
Moving
here
on.
anymore.
Wait a minute. I'm still on rocks. Okay, so starting with third place, let's see. Oh, of course.
Are you saying you're a drink if you're on the rocks?
I really lava that a lot.
I'm gonna drink for that one. That one's bad.
What on the rocks?
Yep. So, Flora the Fairy, congratulations. You are the third place winner of our rock contest. I counted 15 for you.
Rich.
What?
She's rich.
What?
If she won third place. Isn't that
she
how
did.
that works?
Yes. She gets third place at 316 dross shall now be added to your FAE Vault account. Congratulations. 316.
Very nice.
Second place goes to Tempest the Shifter. Congratulations. I counted 17 rocks for you. And that means you
Go
win.
Tempest.
Tempest.
Go Tempest. Go Tempest. Go.
She took the competition by storm.
Whoa.
Look at what you guys started. This is all you guys' fault. I just want you to know. And let's see. You can't believe
I
you
have
missed.
no part in this.
Let's see. You could have had a part in it though. And so where did I put it? Oh my God. Okay, so number 1. First place goes to Erwina Ocean Mist. Congratulations. I counted 49 rocks. You essentially were the Flora of this contest because
Make it rain.
Like in
Make
the last
it rain.
in the last contest, Flora the Fairy, she basically just
again.
like she was so far ahead, obliterated all the competition. That was basically you this time, Erwina. Congratulations, you are the first place winner. You win a total of 1,261 dross that is going to be added to your FAE Vault account. And just so you guys know where all of this dross came from, because I didn't magically just infuse the realm with dross. Over time, we have people who are on our Patreon. They support our work here and everything we do in our events, etc., etc. But maybe they live far away. They don't get to come, but they're at a level that they get to have their monthly dross rolls every month, and that dross accumulates. So I basically went to all of our patrons who are still there and get a dross supply that they just don't use, and ask them if they wanted to donate it to this prize pot. And then also we have people that just sometimes move along and go their own way, but while they were here they accumulated dross, and so all of these things got pooled together. We actually had, well, I mean, I guess that just to kind of round it, like I guess if it's like a 1,300, 1,600 plus like another. So yeah, I guess we were at about like 2,200 dross is what all of those things. And this is at least since 2019. So it's been quite a while that's been building up. So that's where that came from. And now I will add that to everybody's FAE Vault account. And on May 1st, we are going to May 1st or May 2nd, sometime this weekend. She
should be glad we don't have to throw bottle caps at her.
So what you're saying is you crowdfunded it rather than inflating the currency.
That is correct.
Very good.
Yes, the inflating the currency is a terrible idea, so I did not do that. But I should also
You
say
hear
as
that,
well,
Federal Reserve?
everybody that is on this list should get. Let's see. Tea with Dragons. I think that's Illyria. Illyria, you're one of our new folk out there. I think that's you, if I recall correctly. You had 8, and so you will get 8, but everybody gets a dross roll from a D10 up to a maximum of 10. So you guys will also have that added into your final totals, which you guys can all then check on tomorrow. So that's going to be exciting. I'm excited to see who's going to win this. Going to win this free room at Fairyblossom. Yay! Okay. There, that's it. I'm done, you guys. All done. It's your guys' turn to talk while I go look at news articles. Everybody's like,
I got nothing to say,
Yeah,
man.
no,
I'm like
it's
zombie
time
mode.
if we drink first.
well, I kind of want to hear what Sir Bumble has planned for this weekend with regards to boffering on Saturday, because I'm going to try. I'm bringing my own boffer,
Don't
Sir
put your
Bumble,
eye
so I expect that I'm probably going to get hit a lot, basically, because that's not my forte. But
I'll be bringing a champions box with some game objectives and some
what is a champions
some
box?
new things. It's like it's a box that has items that you can run games with. So like flags and cones
it's a portable war.
Tape and things. Yeah, it's all the things that a referee would want to bring that a normal player never thinks about.
A war chest?
I think a war chest means something different, but it's a referee's box of.
I don't
things.
hate the name actually.
Oh, hey, bros.
So anyway, well, we have lots of good games planned. So bring weapons.
Bring weapons. I only have one, so I guess that's what I'm going to have to make do with. Rose, I want to answer your question really quick. When else is there an opportunity to spend dross? So you can use your dross in a number of different ways. You can use it live at events. You can barter, trade with anybody that is there. Vendors have a barter box in their booths, and its specific purpose, a barter box's specific purpose, is to have things in the box that they are willing to barter dross with. You can use your dross to cash it in to get percentage discount coupons at our store, the Gilded Quill. You can do that at any time, doesn't matter. You can do the same thing, so you can use your dross when we are at a hedge game and you want to, I don't know, bribe somebody or do something. You can always be using it there. So there's a whole bunch of different ways that it just kind of comes into play. And if
you have a magical item that
if you have an enchanted item that needs a refill, you can use your dross to refill your enchanted item. You can.
I was about to type it.
Yeah. But no, thank you so much for saying that and for reminding me, Famous Dana. And also, we didn't get to do it this last year in 2020 because obviously COVID canceled everything. But once we start having our live events again, we're going to be auctioning off the camp spaces that are closest to the hedge, which if you've never been at one of our events, like it looks, I'll show you really quick. I'll just draw like there. See that squiggly line? That squiggly line is the hedge. And like on one side of the hedge is where the festival is. And on the other side of the hedge is where the camping and the parking is. So we'll be auctioning off the spots that are the closest to the hedge, that are the closest to the festival. And we'll be doing those with dross when that comes around again, probably not till 2022, because we don't need to do that at Dryad's Rest for the harvest event. So those are some examples of when you can otherwise spend your dross. I hope that answered your question sufficiently. And now I'm going to stop talking again. And you guys, yes, go ahead.
I also, at every time that we have a Nerf gun fight, I have historically at least had a dross-only store selling Nerf guns. I've done that at the last 2 campouts that we've had. So bring dross, and if you don't have Nerf guns at our next campout, and there we go.
Well, and at Fairyblossom too, the total of dross that each court collects and gives to their gives to their monarch, that is how we determine who the winner of the Fairyblossom Midsummer Games is. So you earn your dross, you put it in the bucket for your court. Whichever court has the most is the court that wins the pennant for the next year. And I think it's currently in the hands of the Sealy, if I am not mistaken.
Yes, it is.
Viva la Sealy.
Viva la Sealy. Yes, I have to say we do have some really good folk on our side. What was that, Count Morbid? What were you? I couldn't. You know what? I think your finger was upside down. You need to turn it up. Let's see. So, Cobble, we're not doing Fairyblossom in PL. Fairyblossom is next month, same weekend as always, last weekend of June, at Homewood Suites. The information for it is in the low bar on YouTube and Facebook and whatnot. You want to make a reservation very fast if you want to go. Cancel it if you need to. They have a 24-hour cancellation policy, so you can make the reservation and cancel it without any penalty until 24 hours out. So for PL, though, we are waiting to hear back from them about whether or not we can have a Harvest Fest there. And if not, then our backup place will be Dryad's Rest. So that is for doing a September event, not to clash with the Fall Fairy Festival, which I understand is the third weekend of September, I think, is what Sir Whimsy told us. So, okay, now I'm going to stop talking again, for real, and then I'm going to look at articles, and you guys are going to talk. Back to you guys.
Yeah.
You know, she keeps promising she's not going to talk and gets her hopes up, and then...
Well, I'm going to take this opportunity to pump up the Magick tournament again. There's a Magick tournament next month at Fairyblossom, which, of course, Fairyblossom is at a hotel this time. So we will have the game room at that we're renting at a hotel to do the Fairyblossom Magick tournament. It is a commander format, and it is themed around fighting like a Sealy.
Tap that mana hard.
You score points when you kill people. You get 3 points every time you kill someone with commander damage, 2 points every time you kill with creature damage, and 1 point every time you kill with any other method. So it is designed to reward you for fighting honorably like a Sealy. But Unsealy are welcome to join us as well. And there are 3 Magick prizes for the top 3 players at the end of the tournament. Top 3 scoring players will get... Yes?
I have not played Magic in the 21st century.
Well, now is a great chance to try. You've got a few months to learn all the new rules and join us on the battle. But there will be...
I was there, Gandalf, 3,000 years ago.
There will be Magic item prizes that are both Fairyblossom Magic items and Amtgard Magic items. So there we are.
I plan to be there.
I will
fight for the honor of your house.
I haven't made my gun.
Don't quote the old ways to me, which I was there when it was written.
Just because you're a Lotus doesn't mean the rest of us are.
You'd make a good Malcor, Count Morbid.
I played Magic when it's only black and white. No.
Your internet is going the way of Flora. Could you repeat that?
He said he played Magic when it was only black and white.
Yeah.
I played Magic when white was cool.
White's always been cool.
Yeah, white's pretty good.
Wow.
Lots of tokens, buffs, defense.
Yes,
life
everybody
gain.
loved my Armageddon.
Ooh, okay. Me too. I can deal with that.
Apparently, the person I played it against couldn't handle that.
Yeah, some people don't know how to run artifacts or creature mana dorks. You know, if you can't recover from an Armageddon, you built your deck wrong. That's what I think.
Gosh, now you're gonna make me want to go figure out where.
You have to diversify your mana income. You got lands, creatures, and artifacts. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a well-built deck, an artifact should only take, Armageddon should only destroy a third of your lands, or a third of your mana income if it's a well-balanced deck.
I'm really sad that I
One
got
would
rid of my
hope.
dual land cards.
Mm-hmm.
I have learned too much tonight about mana.
Or not
Half that
enough.
mana. Tap it.
I'm actually rather impressed at the complete fluidity with which you just discussed all of that. I mean, you clearly know your business of running Magic tournaments, Game Master.
Oh, I thank you, Your Majesty.
You are most welcome, sir. All right, you guys. We're gonna have it's gonna be a battle of the birds for our first. What is going? There's so many bird articles this week. I don't even know.
It's because bird is the word.
Do not do it.
There's so many
Dang
bird
it.
articles.
Man, you had to ask that question. You knew somebody was going to say something crazy.
I don't
Something.
even know which one of these.
Bird is not the word. It's not for the birds.
Wait,
Get the heck out of
did
here.
you give her the bird? Did you give Very
Not
Princess
yet.
Wally the bird?
If I have a choice of bird species, I'm going to vote for the murder.
Ew, God.
No.
Okay, the articles
There's
this
only a
week
couple of
are
them that
so
continue.
strange. What? Okay, here we go. So, article number 1 is Japanese zoo finds out why its toucans, the bird that like a toucan Sam, keep flirting but won't get it on.
And it tells us why in the article?
I guess it does. They've discovered why this is happening. Let's see. Number
a guess.
2, which I have to confess, I'm sort of like, okay, well, why is it? Why do the birds keep flirting, but they won't actually get it on?
It's in the
I mean, do they
article, I
do
guess.
they need mood music or something? I don't know. So article number 2 is man arrested at airport after 35 birds intended for singing contests found in his clothing. How do you fit 35 birds in your clothes? Both of these bird articles pose serious, mysterious questions for me. Ion, please start the timer. If you want to solve the mystery of why toucans will flirt but not get it on, then press number 1. And if you would like to know how a dude fit 35 birds in his clothing, birds that were meant for a singing contest, by the way, like
I haven't read the article, but I bet I know what the answer is. It's because they're two cans.
Because they're two
Because they're
cans.
two cans.
You are so fired. You are so.
Oh my goodness gracious!
I'm out of
man.
drink because of you, Count. This is your fault.
Yes. So just to reiterate,
Mom always thinks she drinks because of me too.
the toucans. Why are the toucans toucans? Why will they not get it on even though they like to do their birdie dance? And flirt with each other. That's number 1. Article number 2 is a dude that got caught with 35 birds in his clothes. I just don't even get that. I mean, and what do you even say, right? Like,
Are
there
they
you are.
tiny birds? Are they like little itty bitty
Just
ones, like hummingbirds?
say, oops.
Oh, well, first of all, hummingbirds don't seem like the type of bird that would be in a singing contest.
I feel
Right,
like
it
seems
I
like
feel
it'd
like
be
stage musicians have entire zoos up their pants.
I thought that was
Like
under
a
their
stage
hat.
musician would have a zoo up his pants.
Florida man would have a zoo up his pants.
Same difference. Yeah.
I cannot. No.
I see 2 votes for 2
So-
and 2 votes
so-
for 1. That is what I see right now. Wait a minute. Count more, but you what? No. Okay. I see 2 votes for 2 and 2 votes for 1, and
Time's up.
Well, if there's a tiebreaker, I vote for the why aren't
hold
the
your
birds
fingers up.
doing
Do you
it?
want number? Oh, wait. Flora, you're a number 1, and Cobble, you're a number 1, and then we have 1, 2. So I see. Oh, really? I now see 3 for number 1 and 3 for number 2. All right, Ion, hold your finger up. Which one do you want? 1 or 2? We have 2 more votes for. Okay, so that makes number 1 the winner. Man, I kind of want to see about dude with the birds down his pants. I don't know. I don't care about
We
the
were
two
just
cans.
talking about having lots of pockets before. Surely
Yeah,
that's the answer.
it's just it's got to
What's
be
it,
custom
wafer?
pockets.
That's the freaking answer.
It's custom pockets and tiny birds, right? I mean,
Custom pockets and tiny birds. Like, I just don't even understand. How did he think he was gonna hide that? Right? Like,
And,
he's
and maybe he thought he would have more there because one in the pocket is worth two in the bush, right?
wow. No.
That was a good one.
one in the pocket's worth two in the nest, maybe.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow. That you said that. You actually said that. Okay. Okay, just breathe.
So now
There
you can read the article about how the toucans were stuck in the guy's pockets.
Yep.
I
Thomas
may
says
just
both.
I may just poke my head in the
35 little
article.
birds wouldn't get it on.
I kind of am with you actually a little bit out there, Cobble. Like maybe I will just do both because I kind of want to hear about this. I don't know. We'll see. Here we go. Let's see. Japanese zoo, toucans. Okay. Japanese zoo finds out why its toucans keep flirting but won't get it on. For 5 years, Toto and Poco showed courtship behavior but left behind infertile eggs, confusing zookeepers. Oh, look at them. What cool looking birds. Okay.
Mhm.
Toto and Poco, a toucan couple at the Maruyama Zoo in the northern Japanese city of Sapporo, have been sharing a home since 2013. After reaching sexual maturity in 2016, the birds were expected to reproduce. Every year, zookeepers would discover 2 or 3 eggs in their cage, but none have hatched. To encourage reproduction, they put a lizard in the cage. No. The puzzled zookeepers, like, why is that lizard thing right there? Zookeepers played the part of the mood maker. They built them bigger nests. They changed their diets, but still no chicks. In fact, the zoo staff never once saw the birds, mount each other, although they assumed they could have done it while no one was watching. It wasn't until 2020 that the zookeepers decided to run a DNA test, on the toucans. Earlier this month, the zoo announced that Toto, the bigger toucan, and what was assumed to be the male, was a female like Poco. Whoops. When we first bought them in 2013, we were told it was one male and one female. I don't know how to say that name. Hideki Yamamoto, the exhibition breeding manager of the zoo, told Vice World News. Man, they sure are pretty birds. Look at them. I wonder if those beaks hurt when they bite things. It's difficult to determine their sex from their physical characteristics, so we didn't know. To confuse matters further, the toucans exhibited courtship behavior, which is usually seen between mating partners. Toto would give Poco food, and if Poco flew out of the nest, Toto would follow to be closer to her. We now know that same-sex birds can exhibit those acts too. Same-sex courtship behavior, which can include dances, gift-giving, or showing specific body parts, has been documented in over 130 bird species. That's actually kind of cool. It's raised questions among scientists about the purpose of these acts. If it doesn't help produce offspring, why bother with all the song and dance? Because maybe they just like it. But research scholars such as Jeff McFarlane, a biologist at Australia's University of Newcastle, shows that birds may engage in homosexual behavior or even gay sex simply because they can. What a shocker! I'm so not surprised. In a study of over 93 bird species, McFarlane noticed that whichever sex had less parental responsibilities, they'd typically engage in more homosexual behavior. More time on their hands meant more freedom to be sexually explorative, which, in McFarlane's study, males in polygynous species indulged in. Birds aren't the only animals to engage in homosexual sex. Female homosexual behavior among Japanese, what is that word? A macaque? Is that what that is?
Macaque.
Macaque. a genus of old world monkeys has been well documented. Some scientists have even identified male macaques competing with females for female sexual partners. At the Maruyama Zoo, Yamamoto hopes to increase the number of toucans and is considering adding a male to the mix. When that day comes, the zoo will find out if Toto and Poco are as inseparable as they seem. Well, there you go. Man, those birds are super cool looking. Exotic birds are the neatest.
Yeah, we've seen homosexual activity in a whole lot of animals. Bonobo monkeys, mice in captivity in certain circumstances.
All
sure
all
there are
kinds of
lots.
animals. And I also like alligators and other reptiles will oftentimes even change sex in order to. So if like the female or the male population begins to dwindle wherever they are, they actually have the ability to change their sex so that they can fill in for what is missing. Like as in
Jurassic Park.
what? Yeah. Yes. Like Jurassic
life
Park.
finds a way.
Life finds a way.
Life finds a way.
Like, yes, that is exactly right. They are a lesbian bird couple and they are adorable. that is exactly it.
Well, dolphins are
man.
one of the few other types of mammals that mate for fun instead of procreation.
Yes.
Bonobos
Did
are
you
one
know
of the others.
Yeah, bonobos do.
I totally did not hear that right, and a dolphin better not have 3 penises.
They do
What?
a bit more than mating for fun, too.
That's what I heard Gunther
Let's
say.
not-
That's why I was like,
Let's not discuss that.
Yeah. I'm not, yeah, for yes, fun and profit. How about that?
Bonobos are the only other species that have demonstrated prostitution as a behavior.
I just said fun and profit. What did you think I was talking about?
murder.
I don't even know what's happening right now.
Why? Why? I don't even know.
Ion, it saves time if you just assume everything she says is about prostitution.
Or fun and profit.
Maybe the fun is the profit.
I mean, dolphins go hunting, right?
It's a business doing pleasure with you.
The views and opinions.
I suppose, in a way, certain businesses could be. If you like your job, why not like it even more?
Right? Let's see. So, man, what is just all the crazy? Okay. Here. Well, while you guys discuss bonobos and whatever.
What do we discuss?
Bonobos. Do bonobos have elbows?
Do they have elbows? Let's see.
Yeah.
What would you do for 2 bananas?
So I looked up homosexual animals, and I was
Oh, here
not
we
disappointed.
That's
Asian and African elephants are known to engage in same-sex bonding, and the males will stick their noses in each other's
While I was
mouths
drinking.
if they are
Oh,
a gay couple.
well, that's interesting.
Imagine sucking on an elephant nose.
Okay, so I think with this one, we're going to have... What?
I got
We're
nothing.
moving on from
I got nothing.
elephants.
We're moving on from elephants. Got it. Okay.
Better than moving off of elephants.
So with this one, we are going... I don't understand what... Okay, we're going to do this one. It's going to be people fighting this time instead of like the bird competition. So article number 1 is
Triangle
Man-
Man means particle man.
man builds a poop wall after property line dispute with neighbor.
Oh,
I don't even know.
Wait, I'm sorry. That was me.
Article
That
number
was me.
2 is hundreds show up in Nebraska for fight over name Josh.
oh, the Josh War. Heard about that. Oh my goodness.
Don't talk about it.
War.
Don't
So
talk about it.
I guess that's what that is. So so it's either the Josh War or the poop wall. If you want to hear about the poop wall, press number 1 now. And if you want to hear about the Joshua, press number 2. Ion, thank you for starting the timer. Yes. I don't even know. I don't get either of these. I hope that there's a different meaning to the word poop wall, sort of like the poop deck or something, right? Like it just, I just hope there's a different meaning. I don't know.
I have not read the article, but I am guessing it is exactly what it's.
Wait, where did he just go?
He also has his
excited
modem
about the
set on
article.
yo-yo mode.
I guess so. Come back, Count Morbid. Where did you go? I know
You went
that
to get more drinks.
I know he didn't mean to do that because he was in the middle of talking and he wouldn't cut himself off like that. He would want to finish his whole sentence. He loves to hear himself talk. See, there he is.
What happened?
Yo-yo
Your
mode.
modem is set to yo-yo mode. But fortunately,
Wait, did I get clapping?
No, not really. My hands are busy, so
yeah, nobody
Wait, did
clapped
I get
for
the
you.
clap?
No.
Did I get the clap?
Whoa.
probably.
But not from us.
Well, was it from
That
the
would be your
bonobo?
own business.
I mean, speaking of naughty fairy.
Time's
Wait,
up.
3
Oh,
bananas.
time's up. Okay. Let's see. So we have two votes for 2 and 1. No, Count Morbid, your vote is not supposed to count unless there's a tie. That means 2 votes for 1 and 1 vote for 2. Huff.
That could have
So,
been somebody else named. Also,
If we don't do the
Morbid.
Josh War thing, I just gotta say the best Josh at the Josh War was the Power Drill guy.
Are
There
you
was a guy
ruining
that-
it? Are you
Oh,
ruining it?
I'm not
Are you
ruining
ruining it?
anything.
Don't talk about
I already
it.
know the Power Drill guy
God.
didn't win,
Mute
but
him.
oh my
Mute
god,
him.
Mute him.
Control of
the
Josh
best
Club.
Josh.
Oh, okay. I don't even know what the
Hey,
Josh
Flora's back!
Hello, you're
Okay.
back.
So
We started
You're
clapping
back
for
in.
Morbid and she came back.
we have 2 votes for 1 and 1 vote for 2. Okay, so here we go. Poop wall.
Second
What?
rule of Josh Club.
I'm gonna let you finish, but seriously, I'm gonna let you finish. But Power Drill Josh was the best Josh.
Never go.
Your
full
vote is for
Kanye.
Power Drill
Never
Josh.
go
Got it.
full
Wait.
Kanye, man.
Don't do this to me. Okay. Now, here we go. Man builds. Oh, wait. Is it sharing? No. Okay. Let me get back here and share it. Well, because I'll start reading sometimes, and then you guys don't even tell me that it's not sharing. And then I'm just reading, and it's strange. So, man builds poop wall after property line dispute with neighbor. In Lodee Township, Michigan, a property line dispute between neighbors in southeast Michigan led to the construction of a 250-foot long, indeed, wall of poop, or a compost spreads 250 feet of shite. The cow manure is normally spread out on the farmer's field next door, said Wayne Lembarth, who owns the adjacent property in Lodee Township. Oh my gosh, what is up? Whatever. Now, the turds are piled as a smelly reminder of a property line dispute from last year. The stench permeates Lambarth's rental house near the property line, the report said. Complaints have been lodged, but local officials say there's nothing they can do since the feces is on the farmer's property. It's not a poop wall, it's a compost fence. What? That's it? That's all there is?
Is there not more?
I'm sorry, but that is a pile of shit.
Is he the guy who lost the dispute, or what?
We don't even know what the dispute was. I'm so unsatisfied by this article. No.
It's another brick in the wall.
No, there are no bricks. It's all cow pie. It's just all cow pies, and I am. I don't like it. It makes
Are
me
you
mad.
mad, bro?
I am.
That
I
mean you're
wanna
just going to read the other article now?
Yes, I am, because I so wanted. Okay, Josh War. Here we go. Here we go. I'm pulling it up now.
I mean, I've only seen Josh skirmishes before, so this ought to be
Oh
interesting.
my god, really?
No.
Oops. that's not what I wanted. Come back. I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. Okay. Where is it? Here
So I
we
found a
go.
video on the poop wall, and I kind of watched it in the background.
Okay, wait. No.
they're brothers.
It's gonna wait. It's gonna wait until after I'm done reading about this, and
Okay.
then you can catch us up. Hundreds show up in Nebraska for fight over name Josh. Lincoln, Nebraska. A fight over the name Josh drew a crowd from around the country to a Nebraska park Saturday for a heated pool noodle brawl. What? Oh, there's more pictures here. Yeah, there's 10. What are these people doing? Oh my God, is this the drill guy that you were talking about? Like, he's got pool noodles spinning, like, and so when he fires his drill gun, they spin around like a fan. That's actually pretty awesome. Oh my gosh, what is even happening? Okay, get back to the rock, paper, scissors. Uh-oh. Josh Swain left. The originator of the joke takes on another Josh as they decide the rightful owner of the name Josh via a game of rock, paper, scissors in an open green space in Air Park Saturday, April 24th. Let's see. Okay. So here we go. Hundreds showed up at Air Park in Lincoln, a location chosen at random to participate in the silliness. The festivities started with a grueling and righteous battle of rock, paper, scissors between Josh Swain and another Josh Swain from Omaha. KLKN-TV reports that the Arizona student won that competition, allowing him to claim the title of the true Josh Swain. Wait. Which one? Oh, the Arizona. Wait, they're both from. What? The pool noodle competition that followed was open to anyone with the first name of Josh. The victor of that competition was a 4-year-old boy who was coronated with a Burger King crown. Swain, the organizer, said that he's a little surprised about how the whole thing blew up. I did not expect people to be as adamant as they are right now. This story has been corrected to show that the winner of the pool noodle competition was 4 years old, not 5 years old. Oh, seriously important. I'm having trouble understanding. So they're fighting over who actually is named Josh. Gets to be named
let me
Josh.
explain this. Let me explain this to very Princess Lolly. You see, sometimes people dress up and act very silly in public events.
I wouldn't know anything about that. I know nothing about that.
They'll have these mock combats over made-up stakes while being dressed up, and they do it for joy. You see,
and the pros
for titles.
put cores in their pool noodles.
Yes. They do it.
I want to know how this started. How did it start? How did the fight over the name Josh begin?
Well, pandemic is the short version. No, so Josh Swain sent out a Facebook group invite to everyone else specifically named Josh Swain, and that they would have like one battle. It'd be like if I wrote to everyone with the incredibly common name of Alvin Morbid and said there can only be one of us.
The quickening
we all have to
So
come together like Highlander.
All two of you,
every
yeah.
other Josh Swain to a fight over the name. And again, the answer is the reason is boredom. The reason is because pandemic and everything is awful, and he wanted one small amount of stupid joy. I know about joy because you have to know your enemy.
How can he possibly crush it out of people if he doesn't know what it is so that it can be crushed out?
If I can't recognize it on sight, how can I destroy it?
That's so sad.
Your enemy, children.
By the way,
Sweep the leg.
He's
Sweep the leg.
He's our one unseelie on the show right now.
Oh,
even though I was
gentleman.
accused of it yesterday. I get accused of that
Excuse me.
sometimes.
Oh man. Okay. Last article. Here we go. I've got it picked out. It's gnome shortage. Lockdown and Suez Canal blockage are blamed. Remember that Suez Canal fanfic from the left. Apparently,
Let's not talk
it
about
led
that.
to a gnome shortage. Okay, so gnome shortage versus goblinization. So I'm not sure what goblinization is, but I guess those
It's
are your
this
choices.
Friday.
So, oh,
He's
did my
right.
earring just fall?
It's
Oh,
this
it did.
Friday. By the way,
Okay.
if you want, I can just explain the goblinization story, and we can read the other one.
I mean, okay. What's
Well,
goblinization?
because technically, I didn't even submit an article. I recommended it, or I sent a wiki page for goblinization, which is the tabletop game Shadowrun, which is like a cyberpunk urban fantasy RPG.
Okay.
It's
Yes.
Shadowrun is set in the future, like 40 years in the future, right?
The future is
Well,
now.
in the history of the future Shadowrun, Goblinization Day is when 10% of the population turned into orcs and trolls. Well, the future date that they gave for Goblinization Day was April 30th, 2021.
That's in 2 days.
Yes.
So what you're saying is that in 2 days, approximately 10% of the world's population, without any evident reason, is going to be transformed into orcs, trolls, and goblins.
It's the slightly more pleasant Thanos snap.
We'll all be looking for the babe.
You know, do
What
our
babe?
resident gobs know that this is
The
a
babe
thing?
power.
What power?
What?
The power of
Voodoo.
You do?
It's never gonna end.
To what? Do what?
I
Remind
just
me of the babe.
I feel like something needs to happen now on Friday. Like something needs to happen.
Dress as goblins at work?
I mean,
By the
I
way,
want to
by the
know
way,
who's
so
going to
again,
emerge as being a goblin, a troll, or an orc.
10% of the population turning into orcs, trolls, and other monsters on April 30th. I have to point out that that's the day after my second shot.
Do they stay that way, or do they?
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
it. Like they turn, and then that's
point
it.
of
They're just done.
The point of Shadowrun is it's set in the future, but you have orcs and dwarves and trolls and elves and
But it's
things.
not in the future. It's now. The future is
10% of us could become internet trolls on Friday. Do it. Shit post on Friday in honor of Goblin Day.
I think you might actually be leaning in that direction over there. Listen to you, man.
Just might.
What? That is not okay. Oh man. Okay, so what was the article I was going to read? The gnome shortage. Gnome shortage. What? Okay, because now that we know about goblinization, oh, look at you encouraging our audience to terrible things, Sir Bumble. Oh no. Okay, here we go. Terrible things. Are you sure you're Sealy up there?
I don't
See,
know.
You say that like we're not allowed to have fun too.
Nope. No
As a
fun.
games master, I really should be neutral. Maybe I should go back and forth.
There is no neutral.
There's no back and forth. You don't get that opportunity.
Pick a side. Pick a side.
Hey,
Here we go.
There is-
Shoppe, go both
Well,
ways,
there is
Boffer.
yo-yoing.
Only if you're an internet connection. Here we go. Supply chain issues and the popularity of garden centers during lockdown are causing a shortage of garden gnomes. The ornaments are in short supply with raw materials hard to come by, and the recent blockage of the Suez Canal contributing to the national shortage. Ian Byrne, assistant manager of Highfield Garden World in Whitminster, said there had to be a massive upswing in the sales of garden gnomes. There had been, sorry. We haven't seen a gnome in 6 months now, unfortunately. Mr. Byrne said garden centers had experienced a boom and that their popularity was causing issues with the availability of many popular items. Did somebody go away and come back? Flora did. Yay. Okay. I heard the little...
Hold on. To our previous guests on the show, My Ritual Magic, You guys, this is a golden opportunity. Print garden gnomes. My ritual magic. If you're watching, garden gnomes.
Garden
The
gnomes.
goddess,
Yeah.
no, the goddess of the garden gnomes.
The goddess of the
Ooh, yeah.
That's kind of a good idea. There aren't any gnomes. There's definitely a shortage. It's a combined thing with garden centers being so busy. I looked at some figures based on March, which said garden centers were 97% busier than they were in 2019. Every day has been like a bank holiday. That's good, but it's definitely causing some issues because it's not just English garden centers that are booming. It's all across Europe. So it's causing issues with supply. The garden center, blah-de-blah, raw materials, popular for over the last couple seasons. We've seen massive upswing in sales. We know because you already said that. Let's see. With goods arriving from abroad, garden centers were affected by the ship getting stuck in the canal as much as any other industry. Garden furniture, ornaments, of which gnomes would be some, being stuck in containers trying to come over here. I want to see the face of the person that opens a shipping container and all it is filled with is like an army of garden gnomes. Just
That would only be disturbing if they were all on one side.
It would be scary if it was like a scene from Toy Story.
just there they are, just all looking at you, right?
So there was once upon a time. When I went around with a couple of friends of mine and proceeded to steal all of the lawn gnomes throughout a series of neighborhoods. Then I pulled up to a person's house who I wasn't very happy about, but they also were scared of lawn gnomes. And we put all the lawn gnomes in their front yard and made it face the door, so when they'd walk out to their car, they'd see an army of lawn gnomes in their front yard.
I want an army of lawn gnomes. Can I have that, please?
Yeah, sure.
Well, apparently you can't. Unless you print them.
Backstage.
So
Isn't an army of gnomes called a gnomie?
No.
I was threatened once with two
A garden gnome?
solid. Yes.
You were threatened with a garden gnome.
They had garden gnomes with certain college football team helmets on and wanted to put one side on one side of the yard and then the other side on the other side of the yard like they're playing a game of football. And I threatened the person with a lawnmower. I will run them over with the lawnmower. I'm not a fan. Nope. I would rather have the dragon eating the gnomes or the T-Rex eating a gnome.
So there is a vampire movie called Frostbite, where one of the vampires in the movie gets killed by being impaled with a garden gnome.
Ooh.
And I'm pretty sure her line is, "I just got killed with a garden gnome. So uncool."
That sounds like something you'd say.
It's a terrible B movie. But I went to look up the name of it because I couldn't remember, and I put vampire movie killed with a garden gnome. That was my search term, and the second thing that came up was a YouTube video saying how to survive a garden gnome attack.
Lawnmower.
Okay. Yeah, lawnmower, really.
I kind of think that's the way out, yeah.
I mean, really, you just need to be in an elevated position.
Maybe, I suppose. I am just curious about how one this whole. There's a video about this. What? It's so serious looking. Maybe I'll have to share that with you guys in the next show because it is a 9:36. So, that's kind of bringing us
Time
into.
sure does fly.
I know. Oh, or
I
what was
mean,
it that we said the other? Time is
sure.
fleeting. Madness
Time flies when you're having puns.
takes its toll.
Oh,
That was
no.
terrible.
I had to do one.
Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna throw up our magic word is naughty fairy. So after the show, in the comment section on YouTube, only go put the word naughty fairy. You will be entered to win the naughty fairy and the fairy door from my wee ritual magic shop, who is this week's artist interview. And also, so there, I will be back here on Friday, actually, for author reads before I take off for the weekend down to Olympia and Chehalis for Beltane. Author reads this week. This on Friday is Josh Miller, actually, and Josh Miller is another Amped Guardian, so from down in the Oregon area. And I kind of wanted to just give a little shout out there if that's any of the peeps out there watching. So excited to have him on here reading us some of his short story stuff. So yes, apparently he's won awards in Amtgard for his writing. So that is a thing. And yep. So I'm looking forward to that. And then after that is when we head down to your place, Sir Bumble, and for sometime late Friday night, and then Saturday we're heading out to Monarch Sculpture Park for hitting each other with sticks, because that always sounds fun. And then on Sunday we are having our Beltane high tea at the Fire Bar and Bistro in Chehalis. So it is we still can seat some people there, just so you guys know. It's free to attend, but if you want to guarantee your spot, then you can join our Patreon at the Trooping Fairy level or higher, plus get your VIP packs along with that as well. So, and make sure you guys keep an eye on your snail mail, because your invitations have the secret invite. So if you are a Trooping Fairy or higher, your invitations will have the secret code to get in the back door of the Shire Bar and Bistro. So I'm very excited. It's gonna be a good time. So I think with that said, anybody here want to say anything before we say goodbye? Like, subscribe, jackhammer the bell.
It was nice hanging out with y'all.
Yeah, it was good to see you. I look forward to having you over. All three of you coming?
It will be myself and Gunther and Ion, and then I think Famous Dana is coming up from down south, and Flora, you're coming down from the peninsula, right?
But we won't all necessarily be at Sir Bumble's house.
Yes.
We might.
We will. He just doesn't know it yet.
Well, there's space.
People just keep arriving.
Whatever.
Wait a minute. Well, it is a Friday, and for all you know, all of those goblins, trolls, and orcs could crash your pad.
Well, we have decided as of last year that the goblins are now unseelie. So
they typically are, right? So.
So if you become a shit poster on Friday, do you switch houses? Would I become unseelie for the day?
Well, it's everybody has a little bit of both sides in them, I suspect.
Suppose.
Please go away.
Please go away. Oh, Count Morbid wants us to go away. Goodbye, everybody. Hit like and subscribe. We'll see you on Friday, and yes, and then again on Sunday. So. For our
away.
What? We're doing a live saying. It'll be on Sunday. Goodbye. Okay, I'm hitting the button. No, wait, I'm not hitting the button yet.
Insaning.
Insane. The insaning. Oh, there we go.
Hello, friends. This is Gunther
Insaning
Hammerhand. Thank you for checking out Fairy Princess Lodee's channel. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. Use your troll hammer to ring that little bell icon to get notifications when she posts future videos. And if you'd like to support these magical creations, fly over to our Patreon and join the Fairy family.